Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Matt with RAR TCG. I'm really excited about this video because it's all about live streaming. Streaming can be a great way to start or grow your business over time. Obviously, we see the huge streamers on Whatnot, Twitch, all the different platforms, and we think to ourselves, man, how freaking cool would it be to stream full time, make a ton of money selling Pokemon cards, selling cards that you love, that you collect. The dream, the lifestyle, it looks really enticing, but let's talk about how to get started because you can never make it to those heights, those mountaintops, if you just don't get started, right? Everyone, like online, this is actually so important. If you only watch this far in the video, this is worth the entire video probably. Everyone, whether they are a 5 million subscriber YouTube channel to the one you're watching right now, I'm at 600 subs. Everyone starts from zero. Yes, everyone can have unfair advantages and things like that that can help them grow faster, but everyone has the same starting point when it comes to your followers on social media. So I really recommend that you just get started, whether that's posting videos, streaming. That is the most important thing because number one, you're gonna find out whether or not you even like being in front of a camera, whether you even like talking to random people online on a stream. And if it's not for you, that's totally fine. And then number two, you're going to grow and get better and better over time, y'all. That's like the most important thing. You can't grow to where you are dreaming you want to go if you don't get started. And the longer you delay getting started, the longer it's going to take you to get there. So just a key point of advice there. If you want to create content, go for it. But as I said, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to talk about live streaming. I got 3 main points we're going to talk about today. But before we dive in, don't forget to like and subscribe. We are at almost 650 subscribers, which is crazy, y'all. The goal is 1,000. So if I could please have your help, jump down in the comment section. Let me know you're here. Let me know your thoughts on streaming. Do you hate rip and shippers? I know a lot of people out there think it's really bad for the hobby. I would love to know your opinion and your perspective there. It's an open place. I don't censor the comments or anything like that. And then number 2, hit that like button or the dislike. It's okay if you don't like the video. And then number 3, if you're feeling really courageous, hit that share button. Share it with like some of your favorite people on Discord, share it on Reddit, whatever. Just you consider sharing if you're really crazy and you want to support that way. But let's dive in. I want to give you as much value as I can. And the first point, we're going to circle back around to it at the end, is just to get started. Literally, that is the most important thing I could tell you right now. All the other details you'll find out along the way if you just get started. So tip number 1 is what platform for streaming. And again, we're talking about starting your own rip and ship. What platform do you want to be on? I'm going to share a little bit about my story here and then tell you what I would recommend for a brand new person. So my story, right? I said everyone starts at zero when it comes to growing a new stream, a new Instagram, YouTube. That is true, but all of us have unfair advantages. So for me personally, when I got started with my Pokemon business, I started with bulk cards. I wasn't out here trying to buy a $100,000 collection, anything like that. I started really low key with about $500 to $1,000, and I've scaled that up over time. I'm still, to be honest, I do not have a ton of revenue and capital that I'm working with for my business, but I went from having $500 to $1,000 to now I go from anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000 a month that I'm spending and churning through product and all of that good kind of stuff, whether that's my stream, bulk business, sealed Japanese products, or, buying and selling magic cards like I do now. So there's a couple different avenues I've gone. Started with bulk, and then I expanded and found some suppliers in Japan, people that I work with and trust. And then I started to create my live stream. Now I had that decision, right? I had to decide what platform do I want to be on. For me, I didn't want to be on Whatnot yet. Whatnot seems like an awesome platform. I've downloaded the app. I've looked at it. It's got some really cool interactive features and it's all about selling. I think people that sign up and watch Whatnot, they are there to buy. They are there to find cards that they like. They're there to engage with the culture. But at the same time, I didn't want to jump on Whatnot, to be honest, because of a lot of the negativity I see around the platform. Obviously, people like Rattle Pokemon and other people cover all of the scams. And the amount of scams that are found all the time was enough for me to say, like, hey, like, right now is not the time. I think that there are probably way more like great streamers on Whatnot than there are scammers. But man, the scammers really paint it in a negative light, right? And so that really impacted me. Could I, so let's get back to my story and then I'll talk about Whatnot a little bit more. I don't think that Whatnot's a bad platform at all. I think they've built an amazing platform. It's got an amazing amount of people and eyes on it, but it wasn't right for me. And so what I did is I started by multi-streaming. So I stream to Twitch, I stream to Instagram, and I stream to YouTube. I also throw TikTok in there for good measure sometimes as well. So I'm streaming on 3 to 4 platforms at one time. I also built out my own website so that I could start selling sealed Japanese product, but also sell my packs for my stream there. So that's the route I took. I did that to avoid being on another platform with fees. And I did that as a way for me to genuinely, and I mean this honestly, to connect with the community, with my following that I'm growing on all these different platforms. My stream, my favorite part about it is that I literally just get to connect with like-minded people. Some people tune into the stream, they don't buy packs. We just talk about Pokemon business stuff. They ask me questions, we get to engage that way. We get to celebrate as people pull really great hits. I have people that tune in that love to rip packs. They love the Japanese sets. Obviously with Japanese, we get access to newer sets early. So it's always really hype to open packs, talk about the business, get to meet new people through there. So that's been amazing for me. And I stream, just so you know, I stream on Fridays and Saturdays starting at 8:30 p.m. CST. There are some Saturdays I don't stream because I'm live vending and things like that. But anyways, that's the route I went. But for you, if you're watching this and you're like, hey, but I don't have an established social media following. So maybe that's not the right route for you. And not to mention, making a website costs money. It costs money to set up the e-commerce and everything there, to buy the domain. So you may not want to go that route. And I totally respect that. So if you're looking to kickstart your Pokemon business and you're primarily focused on streaming as your revenue generating source of income, I would recommend that you start with one of the platforms that have a built-in audience base. And what I mean by that is the Whatnot. So I know I just spoke kind of negatively about Whatnot, but if you're just getting started, you don't have any following, and you're looking just to start building and growing your brand, I would pick something like Drip Shop Live. I would pick something like Whatnot, because yes, you're paying fees. You're gonna have to pay some sort of fee structure, but fees are not bad, y'all. A lot of people like to kind of villainize fees on TCG Player, eBay, Whatnot, but honestly, those platforms are worth every penny that they get paid, because they do all of the advertising. They bring all the eyes to your streams, to your, to your eBay shop, to your TCG Player store, your listings. It's so worth it. Now, on the flip side, if you're watching this eBay TCG Player, you guys should reduce those fees. You guys should make it possible for sellers to make more money. I will always advocate for lower fees, but I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. Those platforms have a built-in audience. They do built-in kind of promotions and things like that. The amount of money that a just beginning store would have to pay to get the same number of eyes on my product is astronomically more than what I pay in fees. So I'm not gonna sit here and sugarcoat it. It's worth it. But at the same time, all these platforms watching, if you guys can make it, if you guys can do something to lower fees to make it more incentivized for sellers to sell on your platform, I think it's a win-win. I will always advocate for that, and I will always let you know that it's worth paying the fees. So start on Whatnot, start on Drip Shop, whatever platform you like best. That's tip number 1, pick your platform. If you have an established following, you wanna go the route I did and just create your own website, multi-stream on different platforms that are free, like Twitch and Instagram, YouTube, you can do that. And I've found success there. But if you're just getting started and you want a way to just generate revenue, really get streaming and selling products, Whatnot's probably best for that. Tip number 2 is to source product. This can be difficult, especially in a market like ours where product is selling out all the time. But there are opportunities, and there's actually way more opportunities than you may think. So I'm gonna go through a couple here. I actually utilize all of these options, to be honest. Option number 1 is locally using Facebook Marketplace. This is face-to-face interactions, sales, wheeling and dealing, negotiating. This can be a great way to secure product at really competitive prices. You can get a percentage of what you're buying. When it comes to sealed product though, you're gonna have to pay a little bit more. But remember, if you're streaming, you're selling packs, you just gotta bake all that into your pricing structure. You can't overcharge like 50% on a pack. You know, you can't sell a $6 pack for like $9 and expect that to sell gangbusters, okay? You gotta be within reason there. You have to do your best to negotiate so that you can offer a competitive price to your customers. Anyways, face-to-face has a lot of opportunity. Secondly is online. You can build a brand. You can buy collections from people that follow you. I've done this before. You can look for, different wholesale like programs to subscribe to and buy from, but just know for Pokemon, it's going to be very limited right now because there's not a lot of product out there. And then lastly, number 3 is you can create connections with people all around the world using social media. It's amazing. You can find Japanese or Chinese suppliers and import product that way. Yes, tariffs are the thing, but that's reality. I think Pokey said it best, like it's an even playing field. Everyone has to deal with that. Everyone has to learn that. But just know if you're gonna go that route, I really recommend setting up getting your reseller's license, really going through all the right avenues of setting up your business so that you can get some of those tax advantages as well. But you need to look all that up. This is not the video for that. That's tip number 2 is how to source product. There are 3 options right there. Absolutely fantastic, amazing options. And it's really up to you to see how to best capitalize on those options. Because for me, like if you put you and me next to each other and we're trying to negotiate for the same thing on Facebook Marketplace, we're gonna go about it in totally different ways. And I think it really comes down to the most respectful, the person that is, has the highest business acumen, the highest business experience, is really shrewd on that. Is that the thinking? So it's the person that really knows how to negotiate, wheel and deal. It's also the person that's the most respectful and has the most customer service as well. So you gotta kind of have a soft heart. You gotta be really relational, but at the same time, you have to be very, very intentional and focused on what you're doing. So for me, I have very strict buy prices and ranges and percentages. I will try to be the nicest person you ever interact with, but if the price does not match up with where I need to be for my business, it's a no-go for me. So that's number 2. And the last one, we're gonna circle all the way back. We're closing the loop here, as they say in communication, is to get started. It's so easy to be on YouTube and watching videos like this one, and I'm so thankful for it. It's amazing, honestly. Thank you so much. I hope this adds value to you. It's so easy to get kind of lost in the sauce with all the content you're consuming that you forget to actually take the steps you need to take to just get started. As I said at the beginning, getting started is the most fundamental, pivotal thing that you could do, because when it comes to streaming, you gotta be live. You gotta be on. You gotta be ready to communicate with people. People on streams love entertainment, right? It doesn't mean you have to be yelling and really boisterous. You can be yourself, but you also gotta add value. And that value a lot of times is the packs you're opening, the entertainment you're providing, the hits that are happening, or the dud packs that happen all the time. And you have to navigate. You have to navigate. So you have to navigate all those things very intentionally and tactfully. But you're not going to be perfect at first. I'm not perfect now, even though I feel way more comfortable in front of a camera than I did when I got started. You just grow over time. You get better. You learn to laugh at yourself, just like I just did there with I can't even say it wrong again. You just got to learn to laugh at yourself. You got to learn that things, you just got to learn to get experience over time. And even though it's stressful and nerve-wracking to get started, it's what you got to do, and get better and better over time. And then the last piece of advice is to always put the person first, right? I get it that we are trying to start businesses. It's all about making money, but there is no business, there are no customers if no one's there. And if we are only putting the money first or the business first, and we're not really considering the person that's in front of us or the potential customer, and we're putting them first, then it doesn't matter what we do, right? We can have the best business plan, we have the best strategy, all of that. But without the people, it doesn't exist, it doesn't matter, right? But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Kind of on the shorter side for my videos today. I appreciate y'all so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're feeling crazy, hit that share button. Peace.